Frankie, thanks for joining us. Do you want to start off by telling us about your fascination with Holden cars and I guess specifically FJ Holdens?
Well, I suppose my fascination started when I was a kid because I grew up, our car growing up was an FC Holden station wagon, and we did many, many miles all around Australia in that. And then it just so happened that most of my cars, nearly all of my cars that I've had over the years have been Holdens. And then of course the name, Frankie J. Holden is not my real name. That was a name I took on when I joined the band Old 55. And we all wanted funny names, but I wanted something that was really iconic Australian. So I chose the FJ Holden, and then it turned into Frankie J. Holden, which I'm glad now because my initial thought was Vic the lawnmower, which probably wouldn't have worked out as well, really.
When did you decide to purchase the FJ Holden?
Previously to this, I had an HR Premier wagon, which I had from 2004 up until about 2016, 17. And then I sold that. And this came up through, I live in a small country town called Pambula, and there's a bit of a strong historical and vintage and veteran car association there. And there was an old bloke called Charlie who'd been told by his wife that it was about time he got rid of the FJ. And that's a common story, I'm sure. A lot of us have heard that story or those words whispered to us. And so he approached me and said, you know what, I'd like to have a look at it. And I said, sure. So I went to have a look at it, and as soon as I looked at it, I just went, I'm going to buy it. It's a beautiful vehicle. It runs really, really well. It's solid as a rock, and it's in the, they call it Olympic green. I think it's one of the original colours. It's very, very stock standard. I have to say, I'm not a big believer in zhushing them up. I think these things need to be honoured. Otherwise, it's a bit like, taking your grandma and getting some work done on her. It just doesn't seem right. Do you know what I mean? You just sort of love her for what she is, poor old granny, and not take it. You don't want to look like Dolly Parton or something.
So obviously, the FJ is quite personal for you. Did it feature in any of your songs or your films or anything like that?
This car did not feature in any of the films, but there was a film called The FJ Holden, made about mid to late 70s, and I appeared in that film as Frankie J. Holden, the lead singer of Old 55. It was what they call a cameo role. And then I sang the song from the title song from that film, which is called The FJ Holden. And you find that on Spotify if you're interested. It's not a great song, but it's a great car.
Can you tell us why you chose Burns & Co to sell your precious car?
When it came time to sell the old FJ, I wanted it to be handled properly. And I do know a few people that are in the industry, and they all recommended Burns & Co to me. The process has just been great. You guys really pay a lot of attention, give the vendor a lot of support and advice, and the way you've displayed it has been great, and it's a lot of personal touch. I've always been able to get a hold of something when I wanted to, so from my point of view, it's been the right decision.
What are your thoughts on the showroom here in Bayswater?
Well, the showroom here in Bayswater is worth a visit, even if you haven't got a car that you're selling or looking to buy. It's a fabulous facility with an incredible amount of and variety of cars, muscle cars. There's old bloody V-dub delivery vans in there, and everything. It's really a beautiful historical collection. It's a great place to come in, just to come and have a look, and it'll stir your imagination, I'm sure.
In a sentence, can you sum up what this FJ means to you?
In a sentence, I'd say this vehicle means wonderful memories to me, and of a wonderful time in Australia, and it's a part of Australia that's disappeared. Like manufacturing these vehicles in Australia has disappeared, and it's Australia that's Vegemite, football, and meat pies, isn't it?